everyone, welcome to Creative Stampin' Designs. How's everyone doing today? Just going to give a second. We're having a very gloomy day here. If I didn't have to go to work, I would have stayed home and craft all day. How's everyone doing? All right, I'm going to get started. I have a sneak peek for you today. Stampin' Up has, and I lost my paper. Okay. Stampin' Up has released a bundle, a suite, that will be coming in the January to June, I believe it's the January to June mini catalog for 2022. Jeez. It's called Eden's Garden. I'm looking, I had a flyer here and it somehow got misplaced. I'm usually really good with all that stuff. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's Eden's Garden. Hi, Karen. Hi, Donna. Thanks for joining. Hi, Barbara. Thank you for joining. It's Eden's Garden. And I'm just going to show you the stuff. I got it in, and that's what I'm going to play with today. Got this stamp set. I love the sentiments, the different fonts and the different sayings. We got the stamp set. Got these gorgeous dies. This will be in the bundle, which will be available on November 2nd, and it's for. It'll be available November 2nd to January 3rd. But I believe it's going to be in the January to June mini catalog. All right. So this is the bundle. I only played with, I think, just the one die so far. Today was the first day I pulled it out. I got home from work and I knew I wanted to use it and do something with it, so I just was playing a little bit with it. So I have no clue. I haven't stamped anything. I just cut the one die out and I was just playing with the paper. So this is the bundle, and I'll give you a peek of all the gorgeous DSP. This paper is absolutely gorgeous. If you like green, it's gorgeous. If you don't like green, well, but it is. Let me just separate them so you can see. So the one side is all kind of just like leafy patterns. So it's soft succulent, evening evergreen, and well, basic white and gold. And then the other side is just like background papers, and it is just so pretty. I couldn't decide which one I wanted to use today. And then they also have, I have a couple sheets here, the soft succulent and evening evergreen cotton paper. And it's like tissue paper, like a thick tissue paper. So I did play with this today also. And the one other thing that's part of the suite is right here. You can see the Garden Gems, which come in cherry cobbler and soft succulent. And unfortunately, they weren't available when I ordered. But as soon as they become available, I'm definitely ordering these. They're really pretty, kind of like the marquee shape. And then the round stones. Hi, Rosie. Thanks for joining. So that will be available for everybody starting on November 2nd, unless you are a demonstrator, and then you can purchase it now. You can even get it as part of your startup kit if you want. So, all right, I'm going to get started. I got home from work and I threw things together really quick. So, I have been back and forth bringing and dropping my daughter off and picking her up from school. So 3 hours of my day have been spent on the road. So I'm getting a little tired now. So we are going to start with, I believe it's a Joy Fold card. Starting out with a panel that is 8.5 by 4.25, and it's scored at 5.5. I'm just going to fold that over. I was going to say, I knew I took my bone folder out. That, right? And then I'm not doing this in any particular order here. I'm just going to be putting it all together. So I have one piece of the DSP, the kind of background print, and I'm going to adhere it to a panel of 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 of Evening Evergreen, and the DSP is 4 by 5 1/4. All the measurements will be on my blog on Friday, creativestampingdesigns.com, along with a link to the video and link to my YouTube channel. Hi, Jillian. Thanks for joining. Okay, we're just going to adhere this right like that. And then I'm going to adhere this to the inside of the card base. And I'm using the liquid glue just so I get that little extra wiggle room. Other thing I wanted to remind everybody is the clearance rack has been updated. So if there's anything on there that you want, grab it before it sells out. Okay. Now I'm going to adhere another piece of the DSP to, this panel is 2 7/8 by 4 1/8, and that will go right on the front there. This one, the smaller one, I can do with the Stampin' Seal. It's just the bigger ones I like to have a little bit of wiggle room. I'm just going to adhere this right like that. I have one thing that I'm going to ask your opinion before I do. Okay. We'll just put this on the front. And this pattern doesn't, I don't think it really has an up or a down. Everything's going all different directions. When I saw this, I knew this set. I knew I knew I had to have it. I love the Soft Succulent and Evening Evergreen. I think these are two of my favorite greens. I mean, the other greens we have are okay, but these are my favorite. All right, so that's the bottom of the card base. Then we have a panel that is 8 inches by 3 inches, scored at 4. Let me make sure. Yep, 8. And this one we're just going to fold in half. And on the outside here, we are going to adhere a panel of, which is, again, 2 7/8 by 3 7/8, panel of Soft Succulent. Like I said, I'll have all the measurements on my blog, because I really don't want to take a chance that I'm going to give you the wrong measurements. Okay. Now, I did go ahead. This is a panel of the cotton paper, and I embossed it using the Meadow Moments embossing folder, and it, I don't know if you could see it, but it really embossed nice. Yes, they have, Rosie. Hi, Shirley. Thanks for joining. Thank you. The paper really, it embosses really nice. I did this ahead of time because I wasn't sure how it was going to work. And I didn't want to take a chance of having it and embossing it and it ripping. And it really embossed really nice. Now, I am going to stamp the sentiment on this. And my original intention, where's my sentiment? I'm just going to stamp the hello there, right on it. Now, what I would like your opinion about is whether you think I should put the border around it after I do it. And should I emboss it in, I'm going to heat emboss it. And should I use white or gold? So, I need you to help me out there. I'm going to give you a second to let me know if you think I should emboss with white or gold on this. And while I'm doing that, waiting for you, I'm going to just adhere this to the inside of the card, the mini card base. Just put that right inside like that. Emboss with gold. Rosie's saying. Anybody else? That's what I just wasn't sure what to. Make sure I have my gold out. There we go. I got 2 golds, 1 white. Oh boy. All right, I'm gonna get. I always put a little piece of paper down, so it's easier for me to collect. No, I have my ink out. Gold matches the frame. All right, looks like it's going to be gold. Close that. Stamp this right like that. I did try this on a scrap. I did it with white before. Because again, I wanted to make sure I can emboss on this paper. I wasn't, the dry embossing was one thing, but heat embossing, being it's so thin. Let me just get this out of here. I think I'm just going to emboss it right down here. I'm not going to try holding it. But I got a little bit of gold. Just wipe that powder. All right, let's see how this comes out. And if it doesn't, we can always turn this on and heat. Why is it going on? I can always cut another piece real quick, and I can do it with white. So we'll see how it comes out. So I set my heat tool to number 2. This is the Stampin' Up heat tool, and I set it to number 2. 1 is for usually like a drying. And I let it heat up so I can emboss really quick. Whoops. Only because I don't want to put too much heat on the paper. Whoop. Very light paper. It's blowing all over. So what do you think? You like the gold? There, if you can see it. There you go. I think it looks nice. And we can just put, think I should put the frame around it? Or you like it without the frame? I'm going to adhere this to the front here. This was the only part I didn't try. I don't want to use Stampin' Seal because, again, I'm afraid of ripping the paper. I don't want to take a chance. So we're just going to use a little bit of liquid glue, and it's not vellum, so I don't believe we're going to be able to see through it. No frame? Okay. Going with what you said, Rosie. We'll put a couple embellishments on it. That'll just give it a little bit of bling. But it's just very simple. So we're going to put the frame on the side for another time. And let's do the inside of this. I got embossing powder everywhere. Did that ever happen to you when you're using the embossing powder? It just feels like it's everywhere. All right, I am going to grab a piece of scrap paper. You know how I am with my stamping, and hopefully the stamp pad won't go flying like it did on Saturday during my live. All right, we're going to stamp. This is the large, kind of leafy image. I'm going to stamp it in soft succulent, but I'm going to stamp it off once. Because I just want a real light image, because I'm going to stamp the sentiment right over the top. It's just a really, really light image. I don't know if you can, I mean, you could see it, but it's very light. It's one of the distinctive stamps here. You can see it on the scrap paper. So it just picks up dark and light images where it wants. I am so happy I got this set. It's so pretty. And I'm just going to stamp "Let's Celebrate Everything" on the inside. We're going to make sure that's clean before. We're just going to stamp that right in the center. And we'll adhere this inside with a little stamp and seal once I make sure it's dry. I like when you guys help me out with the card, designing it, because usually I have a lot of times when I'm making cards, my daughter is here. And I call her over and, what do you think of this? And what do you think of that? But now with her school schedule, she's not home as much. And when she is home, she's in her room doing homework. So she hasn't been much help. I tried to ask my husband one day, and it's not the same. Okay. There. So I'm just going to put liquid glue and adhere this inside. I wanted to do something fairly easy today because I was focusing more on this suite. And we're going to put it right, put it right in the center, right like that. Make sure, yep. Make sure it's straight. I just have a habit. I like rubbing things on the back. Not that I don't have any ink on my hands right now, luckily. So, but it's just a habit. There. That's really it to the card. I'm going to put just a couple of the 2021 to 2023 in color jewels on it, just to give it a little bit of bling. And let's see how these go with the soft succulent and see if, just wondering if I should. I think I'm actually going to do rhinestones because those don't. Okay, I'm going to ask your opinion again now. What do you think? The rhinestones? Oops. Or the other jewels? Gold metallic gems? Gold metallic. Do I have gold metallic? Which ones, Rosie? The brush metallic ones? Gold. Okay, got 2 golds. I guess we're going to go with the gold. That one? Yeah, I think so. You guys are right. Thank you. Put one there. And we're going to put one more just down here. Put these on the side. Do a quick envelope and we'll be done. I do have another panel of the wait, now I forgot the name of it again. Ever Eden, it's called. I don't think I told you at the beginning. It's called Ever Eden Specialty Designer Series paper. And the other is Ever Eden cotton paper. Guess I forgot to tell you that part. It's all new to me too, so got to learn the names. Sometimes I like when Stampin' Up! Comes out with things slowly. I can learn the names quicker. It's easier to learn the name of like one paper at a time, 1 or 2 at a time, than when we get the catalog and there's 10 different designer series paper in it, and I'm trying to remember all the different names. Just give this a quick trim. And then I do have just a couple of like the little sprigs, or I'm not sure what the leafy images I'll call them. Thank you, Barbara. And I'm just gonna stamp those on the envelope. Make sure I have it right side up. I think that's all I'm going to put. I'm just going to put the one on. Okay, and that's it. We're all done. Nice quick joy fold card using the new Eden's Garden suite minus the embellishments, and then just the quick envelope. All right. I hope you liked it, and I hope you will give you're casing it right along with. Oh, that's great. I can't wait to see yours. Don't forget to, if you do make the card, Jillian is, well, I've had a couple people. I believe Donna's posted cards on my Facebook page. Post the cards under my post on Friday. You don't have to do it on Friday. You could do it any day. But post your card under. I love seeing the cards that you guys make. And I especially love when you case my fun folds. And I like to see your take on it. All right. I will plan to be back next Wednesday at 4 o'clock. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, creativestampindesigns@gmail.com. And everything will be on my post Friday, all the measurements, the directions, along with the links to the video at creativestampindesigns.com. All right, thanks for joining, everyone, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.